Hi everyone, this is Kumail from pitch.dog. In this video walkthrough, I'm going to be taking you through the handover process for the floaters. As the website is made on Framer, this is also going to be a small Framer tutorial as well. A quick overview of this video. We'll learn how to get started. I'll take you guys through Framer and its interface. I'm going to show you guys the backend structure of the floaters website, teach you guys how to make modifications, change images, change text. The main section will be the CMS section, content management system. After that, we'll learn how to add new sections. I'll go through some special sections which we've made for this website. I'll show you how to go live, show you some stats and site settings, and finally how to do a responsiveness check to make sure that everything we did is right and the website is working fine. All right, let's get started. To make edits to your Framer website, you need to go to www.framer.com/projects. If you go to just framer.com, this is what it will look like. It will be the landing page for Framer. So you have to go there, /projects, / or you can avoid that if you want. And then you'll see an interface like this. When you see this interface, don't tap on any project. There's some backup projects, there's the K180 website as well, and then this is the floaters website, the one we have to edit. This section is showing you all the projects that there are. So to make sure that we work on the right project, we go here to the floaters folder, and then we click on this. Once we click on this, the website will open. Once you have the Framer project open, let's match our settings. So what I'm showing you in this tutorial is exactly how you'll see it there. You should see it in white mode. I think that's the default. So if you see this bar here, this moon shape here changes from dark to light mode. So, and when you do that, even the interface changes. So let's change the theme to white mode. This is what you will see. And these are the settings which I have set. Most of these are not important. The one which is super important is auto switch to layers panel. So you come here, file, preferences, and make sure that this is turned on. So essentially we turn everything on minus reverse zoom direction. I work in dark mode as it's easier on the eyes. But from what we've observed, most devices, the default is still set to light mode. Okay, let's get comfy with the Framer interface. It might seem a little intimidating in the beginning, but it's a lot like other design softwares and Figma. So if you're comfortable with either of those or with the Adobe suite of softwares, this should be pretty easy to get a hang of. On the left, we have a navigation panel. On the right, we have a properties panel, which is blank right now, but when I select an element, its properties and settings will show up there. And on the top here, this is the menu bar. The properties panel will show up only when an element or a layer is selected. I just clicked on this element and this is where the property panel shows up. The navigation panel has 3 tabs: pages, layers, and assets. Pages is how we navigate between different pages. Layers is how within that page, all the layers which exist within that page are shown, and assets is something which we can come to later. The floaters website is essentially a one-page website. So when we come on the navigation panel to the pages tab, we'll only be working on the home page. Right now you'll see some other pages as well, tutorial. Because I want to show you how the inner working of the website is, I'll be working on the tutorial page, which is just a duplicate of the home page. Extras, I'll come to this later. 404 page, it's a simple page where if suppose someone enters a bad URL, floatersmovie.com/123. It doesn't exist, right? Only the home page exists. So if they go to that, it will take them to a 404 page, which routes them back to the home page. And the awards page, which is hidden right now, but we'll come to that later. There's also a design tab where elements like this exist, which is this entire sort of handover pitch deck. But that's not relevant to us for this tutorial. I'll take you guys to the home page right now, or rather the tutorial home page, and show you what I mean by breakpoints, how to preview our site, and what are the basic building blocks of Framer. So we click here, pages. When you want to make changes, you'll be clicking on the home page, but I'll be clicking on the tutorial page. And this interface opens up. I'm holding Command and using the scroll wheel to zoom out. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are our 4 breakpoints. This is the primary breakpoint. This is an extra breakpoint which I've made just so that I can see how the website would look on a larger screen. This is the tablet breakpoint and this is the phone breakpoint. What do I mean when I say breakpoints? Essentially, when we make our website, it needs to scale from the smallest screens to the largest screens. So how it looks on those screens is defined by the breakpoint. The primary breakpoint, where most websites start their life, is the desktop breakpoint. You make things for the desktop and you change how they would look on the tablet version and on the phone version. And if you want, how they would look on an even larger desktop, like a 5K iMac display or a Apple Studio display. But everything we do starts its primary journey on the desktop breakpoint, which is the primary breakpoint. So all the changes you have to do, you will be mostly making it on the desktop breakpoint. I have added these bumpers to the left and right to make sure that you know where you're working on the desktop breakpoint. Any changes I make on the desktop breakpoint carry through to the other breakpoints. For example, if I change the story to our story, it reflects across breakpoints. Also, we've set up the website in such a way that all the changes you see as they cascade down are optimized for that breakpoint. For example, when I'm looking at this section, on the desktop breakpoint, I would like the text to be on the left, the image to be on the right. But when this gets narrower, when the screen gets narrower, which is a tablet or a mobile breakpoint, I would like the image to be either below or above the text. So this is achieved using the breakpoints. Don't worry if that seems intimidating. Once we preview the website, it makes more intuitive sense. To preview the website, click on this play icon here or Command P or hit Command P. And as you can see, we are looking at the desktop breakpoint. But if I widen this up, it goes to a Excel desktop, which is a larger desktop. If I narrow this down, this goes to a tablet breakpoint, and even narrower will be a phone breakpoint. Hit escape or back to come back to the design page. While we were previewing the website, you can see that it might be jumping around light mode and dark mode. That's just a quirk of the design software. When the website goes live, that doesn't really happen. One last thing about the interface before we move on to other sections is the structure of Framer. Framer works on stacks and frames, essentially rectangles within rectangles. So you keep this, and this could be like, and you can add text here, and everything is just a stack within a stack within a stack. I'll delete this for now and show you how that looks on your website. If you click on the desktop breakpoint, which is the primary breakpoint, and we should only work on the primary breakpoint for now, you see this is a layer, a stack. Inside it, there are other layers nested within it, and it just keeps going down. It stacks all the way down. So in the main stack, we have all the different sections. Within each section, for example, let's go to the story section. Within that section, there's a wrapper. Within that, there is like the story stack where it has a text stack, it has the media stack. And we have aligned and arranged everything to work perfectly within your grid. When we go through the other sections of this video, it'll just click. We have set up the website in such a way that you don't even need to know what's happening in the backend. You'll be able to make changes very easily. You'll be able to replace things very easily. This was just an overview to make sure that when you're there, if something seems out of place, you just know what it is. Okay, now to the specific structure of the Floaters website. When you work on a project, there are certain building blocks like the core base material of the website which are going to be reused, and they need to be set up in advance. The typography, the colors, the spacing. For the floaters, we extracted the colors from the poster which you guys had shared with us. We extracted the typography which was there on the poster, and we created a design system for the web based on those elements. Our design system takes those elements and mixes them with Apple's human interface guidelines and Google's Material UI design system, and also Radix color panels, and creates its own unique design system. When I take you guys through the assets we've created using that system, you'll see it in action. To see the typography, we'll have to go to the Assets tab on the navigation panel, Styles, Text, and you can see 3 folders we've created for the text: headings, body copy, and labels. Labels are essentially for buttons, body is for body, and headings are for headlines. So if you take a text, like let's take this text for example, the style is here. If you click on this, you can see all the different ones. So this is the biggest one, this is the second biggest one, this is even bigger, go smaller, 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 smaller. Or you can make it the body copy, you can change it like so. Similarly, for the color system, we've used the Radix UI color library and created a custom palette for the colors we picked from the poster, which was your yellow and your blue. I'll show you what I mean and then it will make more sense. So we went to Radix, we went to custom palette. This is your yellow, and it makes a light mode and a dark mode version. These palettes created by the Radix color system are super accessible. They work great in light mode and in dark mode. They're made for the web and they like really gel well together. They look really good on screens, on all sorts of displays, and they pass the contrast check. The reason why accessibility and having a dynamic color system which works on light mode and dark mode is so important to us and for the web in general is, one, obviously it's good for people with special needs, with disabilities. 2, selfishly, search engines like Google rank websites which are more accessible higher. So it drives more traffic to them, and I mean it's just a good thing to do. Here are the colors. Accent A is the blue, accent B is the yellow, and the base is a gray. These are the different steps: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A quick use case guide is here. For most text, base is the one which is used the most. 11 and 12 are for the text. So 11 and 12. If you want to add some character to it, we go with accent 11 and 12. 9s are the purest form of the color. So this is the blue which we extracted from your website, from your poster. This is the yellow which we extracted. Similarly here. And backgrounds are usually 1, 2, and 3. So this is a darker background. So you usually go with the base for everything, unless and until you want to add some flavor and some accent colors. With that, we have the basics covered. Now let's move on to making changes to the website, replacing images, replacing text, adding links, and adding buttons. Okay, suppose you want to change the image on the story section. Here's what you'll have to do. Click on the image. On the properties panel, you see the fill. Click on the fill. Choose image. And just pick whatever image you want, and it will be replaced there. This is the easiest way to replace an image. But let's take it one step further. Websites feel slow and laggy, and that makes people click away from them because of unoptimized media. Framer does a great job at trying to optimize media on their end, but what also helps is pre-optimizing the media and giving it to Framer. So if you know the image you're using is not like a very big hero image and it's not going to require a very, very high resolution, right click the image on your Mac, go to Quick Actions, Convert Image, change it to JPEG, change the image size to large. You can uncheck Preserve Metadata and convert it. This will give you like the same image as a JPEG and then upload that image to your fill. Few other things to do after you upload that image. You can make the resolution auto. Always keep the type as fill. We've made the image boxes in such a way that the ratios are locked. But change the focal point. So click here, position, focal point. And for this image, this focal point would be better. This is so that in other breakpoints, the focal point remains proper. For example, on mobile, if you see, this zooms in better here. So that's replacing an image. Replacing a text is super simple. Just keep tapping away at the text and wow, this is going well. Regular formatting works. You can highlight it and Command B to make it bold, Command I to italicize, Command B and I to this italicize and embolden. You can select the text and you can make it bigger or smaller, or you can make it a headline, or you can just delete away. Command Z to undo. Let's talk about changing the background of a section. So if you select this section, when you hover over it and you see it makes an entire square around the section, click on it, scroll down to fill. This is a gradient, this is a regular fill. And then come to, so either you can go base 1 or you can go accent 2, accent 3, accent 4, or you can make it a gradient. Okay, next up is adding links and adding buttons. Suppose you want a piece of text to link somewhere, or an image or another element to link somewhere. Select it, highlight it. On the properties panel, you'll see link here. You can click the link to and you can go www.K180studios.com. Change the style to whatever you want. Neutral is what we usually go with. That's it. So when you click on this, if you see on preview, if you click on this, it's going to take you to K180. Similarly with an image, you can select an image and you can make that image also link to K180 or wherever you want. That's simple. You can make it open a new tab or replace the current tab by going there. Another way to link to places is using this button. This is the button which we've set up within Framer for this project. It's a simple button. If you see here, there are two variants. If you want the button to link somewhere within this web page, within the floaters web page, use the internal variant. If you want it to go to an external link, change it to external. This is what it says. So take me to K180. It'll change the text. And this is the link. You can go www.K180. Because K180 is an external one, we'll go external. If you want to go internal, by internal what I mean is, suppose we change this to sign up for the newsletter. You want to link it to the home page and you want to link it to the CTA. this section. Each section of the home page has its own name, which you can see here, CTA. So now when I click on this button, it's an internal button. It says sign up for the newsletter, home and CTA. Now when I click on that link, it's going to take me to the newsletter sign up section. Okay, let me take you guys through the entire sort of sections of this website. We have a nav bar here. We have a hero section. This is the hero section. I'll come to this in a bit. We have the story section. We have the awards. The award section is a special section which I'll talk about in a bit. We have the credits. We have the about section. We have the screening section, which is a CMS section. This is the next sort of part of the tutorial, so I'll come to this. We have these codes, these reviews. We have the press section, which starts off with these videos, followed by these articles. Then we have a CTA section, which is this, where you can sign up for the newsletter. And we have this section, which I'll come to in the end, which is a pop-up which we added recently, which again takes you to the sign up page. And we have a footer. And now finally we are at the CMS section. CMS stands for Content Management System. This is sort of where the magic happens. This is what makes Framer worthwhile. We've created 3 sections based on the CMS section. We have the screenings, we have the press links, and we have the video links. What this does essentially is it gives you access to a backend database, which looks a lot like Excel or Google Sheets, where if you just change the text, it updates the website automatically. This almost automates the website making process. When we add a few screenings right now as part of this tutorial, you'll see what I mean. This is the film screening section on the website. If you see here, there are these different cards, almost like tickets for each of the screenings which are about to come up. They have the name of the festival, when it is, what time till what time, what's the cinema called, where the cinema is, directions to the cinema, a button to buy the tickets, and a note. Sometimes it also has an image, a badge. Imagine having to manually update this each time a new screening is added. It would be a lot of man hours, it would be a lot of work. But the CMS automates this entire process. To edit the CMS, we go to the CMS tab in the menu bar, this one. Then we come to screenings. Then let's add a new screening. We've set this up in such a way that it's super simple. Anytime you change something, it automatically shows up on the home page. So for example, let's add a new screening. Let me create a fake screening and you'll see how easy it is. That's the name of the screening. It's the Bombay premiere. It's going to be on the 1st of April at 7 PM. I can use this too. It'll end, of course, on the same day. At 10 PM. Now there are some options you have. Do you want this to appear on the website? Yes, you're making the screening for it, so it's yes. The reason why this is there is once the screening date passes, you have to manually turn it off. In the future, with more Framer updates, we're working on a process where as soon as the date passes for the screening automatically vanishes. Where's the venue? Galaxy. This is the theater we used to go to when we were children. Where is it? Bandra West. India. Directions. How do we add directions? This is the hack we've been using till now. It works really well. You go to Google Maps. Paste it and enter. Okay, do you want to display the screening type? Till now, all the screenings have been in person, so we never felt the need to display the screening type. But for this example in particular, let's say that this is a hybrid type screening, where it's in person and online. So now this is also going to show up. Just by clicking this, the card will be updated to show a different badge. The link. Okay, so we go, for right now, we just go. Okay. What does the button say? We've decided to go with buy tickets always, but sometimes you might want to change that. Right now, we'll just leave it at the default, which is buy tickets. Streaming link. If it's streaming somewhere. So, for example, this is a hybrid event, so it's also streaming. So this is where you get to watch it. Image. Most of the time we don't have an image there, as we had fewer images approved to play with. If we want to add an image, it always has to be 16:9. That's a limitation of the CMS to make it uniform. But you can just click here, choose image. This image will be shown there. Again, focal point here. This is a note. And just leave the slug as is. As soon as you've done this, hit save draft, publish, undraft, update, deploy. I will come to the staging and production and publish part later, but if you've just done this, when you go back home, pages, tutorials, and you want to preview this website, check it out. Bombay Premiere. You can buy tickets, screening. It's a hybrid event. It's got added here. It's at Getty Galaxy. It's on this day. And if you've noticed, right now it's showing only 4 here on the design page because we've set it to show only 4 and it loads more as soon as the page loads. Because if you load more than 4, it makes the website lag. This is backend. So if someone comes on the website and there are 20 screenings, by the time they scroll to this part, the screenings will be loaded. Don't worry about it. But in the design page, we've set it to show 4 and it's by date. So for example, if I go and make the Getty Galaxy screening to be on the 1st of March, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. and I update it. So to update it, you just have to go update, wait for this to happen. And deploy, and we preview the website. Check it out. Now is the second one. And as soon as the day passes and we are on the 2nd of March, what we do is we come here, we come to the screenings, we find the one which we want to change. So that was Getty Galaxy. And we say, hey, don't display this on the home page. And then the same process, publish, update, production. deploy. And now when you come here, it's gone. Suppose the Bombay screening, this one, they decide it's not hybrid anymore. Okay, it's not hybrid, don't show the tag, it's in person. Remove this. And they change the time from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And you don't get to meet us. Publish, update, production. Deploy. Now when we preview, screenings, the Bombay Premier is back, the directions are back, you can buy the ticket, this is here, we can remove this image as well. It no longer has the image. Obviously, it's working on the mobile breakpoint as well. And on tablet and on like a really large desktop, it adapts automatically to the size. And that's how we do the screenings. Suppose we have 2 days of screening in Bombay. Instead of refilling that form, you can right click it, duplicate. It'll say copy here, you can just remove that. Change the date. This is on the 2nd. This is not the premiere because this is no longer the premiere. This is the 2nd. Oh, sorry, this is day, month and year. Framer is a European platform, so it always goes DD-MM-YYYY. So date, month and year rather than the other way around, which is why the calendar picker is an easier way to do it. And you come down here and then you say save draft. If it tells you the slug is giving you a problem, just write the same thing again, the floaters at Bombay 02. That's all you have to do. In the slug, you can't have spaces, so you go dash. It should not give you a problem, but if it does, this is how you change it. When you save draft, publish, undraft, update, and deploy. So that's how you'll get 2 of those. I'll quickly delete these 2. Select both of them and you come delete and they go. This is like an Excel sheet, so you can see all the things in a glance. Today, the Oklahoma one will be done. So today we'll make this hidden. Usually what we do is we add a lot of them in one go. And when the tickets go live, we just come here, we select it and we make display on homepage, yes, no. A quick look at the backend. It's a bit intimidating, but here it is. The content is from the screeners. The filter is to show the ones which are on display, and you sort it by when it starts. So the one closest to you comes on top and the one later. And you want to show just 4 items. You can make it 5 as well, but we keep it to 4. This was the CMS for the film screening section. There are two other CMSs. One is to add these videos, and the other one is to add these news articles. So let me run you guys through those. The video one, new image. This will be and a link to the website. So usually Shai gives us this link hosted natively. Let me go here. So this is how it turns up. The order of this is based on how this is ordered. So you can grab it and put it lower down, and that should move it lower down. By default, we've displayed 4 here with a load more button. Let's quickly take that out. And now these 3 press links. CMS, press, new item. For the press logo, we'll send you the dimensions. We usually want the press logo to be 2:1. So if the width is 200, so 200 by 100 pixel, that's how we got the press logo there. And what we also do is, just for backup sake, we copy paste the entire press article. So if you see the others, the entire press article is copy and pasted here. God forbid if the press article ever goes down or if the website stops working, we always have a backup of it. So that was the CMS section. I hope it makes it really easy to add new screenings whenever you want. We've made it in such a way that it becomes really, really simple to just fill in the details and it just does everything automatically. Moving on, how to add new sections to the website. If you ever need to add something, just feel free to hit us up and we'll do it like really fast. But if you want to do it on your own, we've created some basic templates which you can just copy and paste directly into your website and change things up there. So if you come to the navigation panel, go to the Pages tab and go to Extras. Here you can see all the extra sections we've created. This one is text left, image right, image left, text right, within an insert, a content block. This is responsive. So if there's more text or less text, it adapts. Big image, small subtitle, button. Headline, subtitle, image, button. These are some basic ones. So now if you want to copy paste this, you select the section. Make sure you select the entire section. So in the layers panel, you select the section. in the desktop breakpoint, Command C or right click and copy. You come to your pages, you will go to your home page. I'm showing it to you in the tutorial page. You will come here. Again, make sure you're in the desktop breakpoint, and suppose you want to add one right after the story section. So right after this, you select this, come to main, you paste it. Paste it into main is going to get pasted right below, beneath everything. Then you use the mouse to either drag it on top, right under the story section. Alternatively, you can just hit the up arrow. This is the section. You can change the text, you can change the image. You can change where this button goes to. Suppose you don't need a subtitle or you don't need a headline. Suppose you don't need the image. So you come here, select the media container or text and media stack, and you go visibility no. You don't need the subtitle. Select the subtitle, visibility no. You want it back, visibility yes. Same here. You don't need the button, select the button, find the visibility, go no. When you remove it, it goes across and removes it across the breakpoints. You want to change the background, select the section. You can rename the section by double clicking it. New section. You come here and you change the fill to whatever you want. Same with this color. You change it to this. It's dynamic. You can see it update live on light mode and dark mode. If you want to delete it, just click on the section and delete the whole section. Okay, now let's go through some of the other special sections. In the home page sections which we have, most of them are regular sections, some of them are CMS sections, but these ones are slightly different. Ignore the pop-up, we'll come to that towards the end. This is the home section. It has the logo here. It has a gradient beneath the logo. The award section has this grid of logos. We had to recreate some of the logos as SVGs before we could import them here so that they work with this dynamic dark mode, light mode. It's slightly complicated. Whenever you guys need help, God willing, we'll add more award logos here, more laurels here. Hit us up. Otherwise, just to quickly show you how it's done, you double tap into this. You take the last logo, you duplicate it by Command D or right click duplicate, and you add the SVG code here. Just adding the SVG code changes this logo to the new one. That's how we add new logos. For this section, which has 2 images of Rachel, this is a carousel which links to these 2 images. If you want to change these images, you can replace these images which lie outside the design, and this will update. Similarly, these reviews are placed outside the design. Suppose we want to add a new review. We take the 6th one, we duplicate it, Alt drag or Command D or Command C, Command V. Then you come here, author's name, you can change the platform here, and the quote is here. So you add that quote, it automatically becomes smaller. Instead of it being called review 6 because we duplicated it, this is the 7th review. So we come here and make it 7. You come to this carousel and it has 6 children. You add a 7th one, and you say review 7. So now when we preview this and we see the reviews, it added mine as well. If you want to delete it, you just select the review, delete it, come here and make sure that the 7th one got deleted here as well. To delete it, you can just right click and remove. Then we have this form here, which is directly linked to your backend, to the Excel sheet on your backend. And we have the footer. The footer and the header are designed separately. And if you need any changes here, just let us know. We'll make it and show it to you. It's slightly complicated, but not very. After you've made your changes, after you've added your CMS screening or whatever, you have to push that change to the World Wide Web. Just making the change doesn't really save it to the World Wide Web. Framer has a thing called staging. So when you're done making the change, you kind of stage that change and then you push it to production. Adding that double layer means you can go back to previous stages as well of the website. So I'll quickly show you that in action. Suppose I realize I forgot to add a full stop here. So I add that full stop. This change is made. This is how I preview it. Yeah, the full stop is back. But I want to push this change online. So I'll hit publish. I'll update it. I'll hit production. And I'll say deploy latest. Once this is done, and if I click here, the full stop should be back. Or I can directly visit the website. This is another section. It's a pop-up stack. It's a custom code section which we got a designer friend to help with, using someone else's sort of code to have this pop-up. It's slightly complicated to change, but it's like custom code. So you come here and you edit the code and you can make it pop up whenever you want. It's a custom code section. We wouldn't toy with it. But if you need any help with this, just let us know. We can change how fast it comes, how often it comes. Now to the site settings. If you click on this gear icon, it takes you to the site settings. You can change the site's name, the description, the fav icons, the social media preview, and if you have to connect any other third-party API keys to it. And you can also see the analytics. Who visited the website, when, from which platform, what devices were they using, from which countries. So most from Google, some from here, some from Facebook, and someone from Rwanda. The responsiveness check is essentially when you go live with your website. Just take your browser and resize it to see how it looks. Change the dynamic color. Click on various links. And check it out on your phone as well. If you have an Android phone, please check it out on the Android phone. We always check on iOS, and if you have a tablet, that would be good as well. With that, we are at the end of this entire walkthrough. We hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, if you need any help whatsoever, whenever you want, just please message us and we'll be there in like a jiffy and we'll make the changes. Don't worry about it. Don't get intimidated. It gets really easy, really fast, and we're always just a WhatsApp away. Thank you.